You know we had to do a podcast, right?
What's your name, fat body?
Of course, you're looking food. What the hell?
I'm not fat. I'm big boned.
I'm gonna eat it.
You owe me for one jelly donut!
Fat motherfucker.
Listen to it. My wife said no one's gonna listen to us.
I've got bigger titties than you do!
Bullshit, because nobody fucking had geese back at that point for a bigger guy.
I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I might be somebody's shot of whiskey.
You can't think about, hey, I need to lose 100 pounds, and think about winning that day.
Fucking, I want a cheeseburger and a milkshake. Still want that cheeseburger and a milkshake. What up, fat leads? How y'all doing? Dang, it has been quite some time since last podcast, actually. It's been quite some time. It's February of 2019. And a lot's actually happened in that time. I mean, I think when I last talked to you guys, I telling you guys I was probably prepping for that trip to Brazil. Spend a week out in Rio. And then got to train at a Carlson Gracie school out there. Really cool set of guys. And well, like every vacation, I guess you have a little bit of a scare. And that beach we were at was more of a definitely more of a surfing beach, and not necessarily a beach that you want to be chilling at and then enjoying the waves and the rip current, because it was strong as hell. And I lost a pair of glasses to Poseidon, but I didn't lose the sun, so that was a fair trade, I guess. So after that, I guess wow. Hell, there was a whole pandemic that happened in the interim. And in 2020 competed twice, once in both times luckily at here in Orlando, because Florida was one of the first ones to open. We had a couple tournaments happen here in October. We had the Pans, and then December right after we had the Orlando Open in 2020, and competed in both of those, and didn't go my way either one. At Pans I ended up third, and then in the Orlando Open I actually lost via an arm bar from an omoplata. Guy got my other arm, my far side arm. It was pretty close. It was pretty quick too. It was like 45 seconds into the match. Not my greatest look, but you live and you learn. So then in 2021, I mean, really, the last couple of years, my personal job has I got promoted, so that took some getting used to, and I can't say that I'm actually used to it still. It's a different role I'm in, and not there's no quite no handbook, and it's kind of hard to navigate. But then in 2021 I went to Nicaragua. Got to train out there with Robert. Can't think of his last name right now. I met him at the airport. He was wearing a jiu-jitsu shirt, and I just so happened to start a conversation with him. And funny enough, he saw me struggling with my Spanish, so he goes, "Hey, I speak English too." I was like, "Damn, my Spanish is that bad." Speaking of, when I went to Brazil, I legit overestimated my ability to speak Portuguese, and luckily for me, my horrible Spanish was able to translate enough. But it was actually pretty exciting trip. Trying to navigate a language you don't know in a place you don't know. But the big thing that happened when I was in Brazil, so I was still doing no cheat days at that point, and Brazil went on one of the very last days that we were there. It was near my wife's birthday, and I went to a acai spot that was on the beach. It was right across the street from where we were at. And that actually came very highly suggested from our friend Humberto that lived in Fort Myers, who owned the capoeira school and jiu-jitsu school that we went to. And he said, "Oh, if you ever in Rio, that's the place to go." And funny enough, we weren't too far from it. And I broke. That's what I gave in for cheat day, right? 587 days went to that, and I don't know if it was because I went 587 days, but to me that still was the best acai I've ever had in my life. So then fast forward to this year, the beginning of this year, well, the end of last year, my IG got hacked. Other things got taken, and well, that sucks. But during the interim, during that time that I was dealing with that, I actually was promoted and got my black belt, so that was pretty cool. And then competed shortly thereafter in, I think it was April. Won my first match, and then proceeded to lose my second match. But it didn't dawn on me what I had done until recently. Someone said, "Man, think about it." And I was competing as a black belt in a gi that I designed, because when I started jiu-jitsu, there wasn't any gis that fit me. So I created a company to make gis. And now, as a black belt, I was competing in the very gi that I had designed. It's kind of, man, it was, I don't think that many people get to do that, and I'm definitely proud that I'm one of the, I stand amongst a very few that get to do that, and that's pretty cool. So, I want to say that I'm back. I've kind of streamlined this situation, and I've been trying to get back into doing this podcast regularly for a couple people who say that it was very helpful for them. And so this is for you guys. It's a way that I can give back. I know when I was even before I started losing weight, when I was younger and stuff, if I had somebody maybe who would encourage me or let me know that there was a way that I could do what they did, it would have been very beneficial. So for that alone, I guess I'm definitely gonna keep going and not just quit. While it has been quite a break, like I said, I kind of streamlined this. I bought some new equipment so that before it was recording it and having to take different audio bits, merging them, putting them on one website to just to kind of join the audio, then downloading from another place, doing this other thing, converting it over, and then filling it out. So hopefully this new program I got, this new tool, helps me streamline this and makes it easier. And while making it easier, actually makes me put out more content. So that's man, for now, that's what I want to get at. And thank you for supporting me. I want to reach out and thank you to my sponsors and who's really going to help me bring this back to life is Combat Night and Retro Grappler. So you guys, Combat Night is the best in mixed martial arts and live mixed martial arts here in Florida, and in South Georgia. And Retro Grappler, if they're the official, my official partner in rash guards and no-gi equipment. So if you need some rash guard spats, definitely go check them out. And wait for the next episode, guys. Thanks.